Okay, in this video we're going to take a look at some advanced query techniques. We'll begin by selecting a set for purposes of collections. Easy billing collections are based on claims, as we allow some claims to be in collections while others are not. We'll start by clicking on the Reports Query button and going to the claim query. Always clear the query by clicking on the minus button over on the far right. This clears all data out of the query and removes the current found set. The first step that we want to take is to omit any claims which have already been sent into collections. We'll begin by selecting under the claim status option the choice for collection sent. In this case, we only have one claim that's been sent into collection. Additionally, we may want to remove some other types of claims from this set as well. It's best to perform searches on claims that you wish to omit from the set first, thus you can add to your found set easier. Additionally, we may want to remove any claims which are not tied to insurance bill, for instance, client bill invoices. Reset using the R button will clear the query without clearing the found set. This is desirable in many situations. So now what we'll do is we'll set client bill as another choice and we will extend this found set. By extending, we keep the claim we've already found with the collection sent, but we add to this the claims that are part of the client bill module, which we do not want to include in this query. We're going to click on the Omit button. Basically what this does is removes the current found set and brings all other claims into the found set. Now what we'll be looking at is a list of all of our claims that do not meet those criteria. From here we will reset the query, not clear the query. We do not want to hit this red button over here, only the R over here. So from here on, we'll be constraining the current set. So we'll begin by going over to the aging. From here, we're going to look for claims that are 90 days past due. Most of our claims here fit into that criteria with the exception of these two. We're going to enter into the From field 90 days. We're going to constrain this found set. So we click on the C. Now we've narrowed it down to only claims that meet that criteria. The next step in the collection process might be to further narrow down the claims that actually have balances. So we're going to click the Financial tab. Let's say we're only interested in claims which have a patient balance. Let's say we were only interested in patient balances that are over $5. So in this first field, we're going to enter the value of $5. Once again, we're only going to constrain the found set. This will now narrow down to the claims that only have a patient balance greater than $5. Thus, this set should be ready to be sent off to collections. In this video, we're going to take a look at establishing a list of patients who've had claims within a given time range. We'll begin by going to the query area. This process could be established either from the claim query or the transaction query. We'll do this one from the claim query. We enter the claim query and we will clear the claim query. So now we just need to set our search parameters. So we're going to be looking for claims only. This is only necessary if you have both the client bill and the standard easy billing modules. So let's say we're only interested in patients who have claims from, say, January 1st, 2010 through, say, June 30th, 2010. Thus, we've now established a set of claims that meet the criteria of the first half of 2010. By clicking on the P, we've now found the set of patients that match the claims we had in the claim query. Thus, these are all of the patients who have had claims in the first half of 2010. If you wish to see a report of those patients, you could, for example, sort them by state, then by city. These will give you summaries. Let's say we look at the patient info report and then click on the report. This gives us a breakdown by state and city of all the patients accordingly. The next thing we're going to look at is establishing a list of patients who have appointments within a given time range. In this case, we're going to be basing our information from the scheduling system. So we're going to click on the scheduling tab. If all we need is a simple date range and something filtered by the type, status, and location, we can click right into the process tab. What we're going to do is set our range of appointments. So let's say we're only interested in appointments in the year 2010. We've now established a list of appointments within the year 2010, and thus we have a list of patients that matches. We'd want to view this in the query. Here you'll notice a button called View in Patient Query. By clicking this, we've established that found set of patients in the patient query. Thus, all of these patients have appointments within the range that we've selected. In this video, we're going to take a look at the Note Query. Begin, we'll click on Reports and Query, click on the Note Query button. The Note Query allows us to search notes if we wish to search by a patient name or some contents within the note. In this case, we'll just search based on a name. In this case, we're going to search for Cassidy. Click into the patient name and just type Cassidy and perform the following. This finds all of the notes for Cassidy. We could run a report on any of these notes if desired. You can sort the notes. You may want to sort them by date. And then we will run the note report. This will give us a report which will show us all of the notes for that patient.